Hi, it's time to do your basic Pilates class part 2. We'll revisit some exercises from Pilates Basic 1 and add a few more. Look for the pace picking up just a little bit, and maybe we'll pull a modification away or two. Let's get started standing up. You're at the back of your mat. Breathe in, and as you exhale, drop your chin down, walk down your legs, onto the mat, toward the front of it, and into the down face dog. Here you have all 10 toes equally on the floor. Breathe in, and as you exhale, press back and hold. You feel a lengthening in the back chain of your legs. Inhale, and as you exhale, knees drop carefully. Uncurl your toes, palms under your shoulders and the knees under your hips. Release your abs. Breathe in and scoop your belly up toward the spine without moving the spine, and exhale, let that drop. We'll do that again. Scoop, adding the subtle core this time, a little pelvic floor. Hold those two and exhale, feel them deepen. Hold those two connections as you inhale. As you exhale, deepen them again, and with them, tuck the pelvis just a little. You'll hold there, breathe, and as you exhale, round up fully into the cat. If you avoid using your glutes, you'll feel more abs here. As you breathe at the top, get the stretches up and down your spine. And as you exhale, collapse everything toward the floor. The spine dips, elbows soften, abs release, so there's no tone there. Now, let's scoop the belly. You can feel it there. Work against gravity. And let that be your motivator. Up, up into the cat again. As you hold at the top and breathe, getting your stretches, you feel long through the spine. Then, let's take it down into the old cow. Softening the elbows a little, looking up or toward the end of your mat. Let's come back to the middle, and both palms move forward one step. We'll take the torso forward as you breathe, and as you exhale, press back. Do that again. Inhale forward, and exhale back. As you glide forward, the sits bones come together a little. You press back, they widen apart. And we'll do one more articulation in your sacroiliac joint. Let's come back to the middle and move the palms under your shoulders again. Close your eyes, scoop your belly, breathe. As you exhale, lift your right hand and your left knee. Eyes closed, belly scoops. Keep breathing and extend this set out and up to shoulder and hip height. Here you're breathing, feeling stabilizers quiver around. This is good, this is normal. Breathe here, and as you exhale, let's slowly retrace this set down to the mat. And change sides, breathe. As you exhale, left hand, right knee, hover. Slowly extend this set out. Keep your eyes closed, belly scooped, and move slowly so you work through as many stabilizer muscles as possible. Holding here, breathing, and as you exhale, let's slowly put this set back down, down, and down you go, where you'll open your eyes. Breathe in, and as you exhale, pinch your right waist. The hips move out to the right a little. Look over your shoulder and see if you can see your hip. Let's take this through the middle. Pinch your left waist. Look over your shoulder and see if you can see your hip again. Let's take it through the middle to your right, looking right. This time your feet and fingers pivot to the right. Breathe. As you exhale, scoop and round up into the cat. As you hold there, breathing, you get a strong stretch up and down your left side. Let's drop this to a neutral. Take it through the middle to your left. Inhale. As you exhale, scoop, round up into the cat. And as you breathe, you feel the stretch on your right side this time. Let's drop this to a neutral. Come back to the middle. Sit on either hip. Your feet come forward with the heels at the end of the mat. Hold behind your legs and breathe long through your spine. As you exhale, drop your chin. Scoop your belly to tuck your pelvis. And we'll walk up the backs of your legs and put your sacrum bone down. Each lumbar, your mid-back, shoulders, and head drop. And then stretch the arms out over your head and breathe. As you exhale, retrace your arms. Your head floats up slowly, looks at its knees, hold behind the legs, and pull yourself up with your hands. Come forward over your open knees, breathing wide across your back. As you exhale, stay curved and take this back down again. rolling over the sits bones onto your sacrum. Hold behind the legs to support this articulation all the way to the floor, and then stretch the arms out over your head. Breathe. As you exhale, retrace. Up you go, head, shoulders. Pull yourself up, 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 and then separate the knees. Come forward and breathe wide across your back. And then stack it up to a flat back. Hold behind the legs and hinge like a door. Inhale. As you exhale, scoop and tuck the pelvis and chin and take this all the way down. Stretch the arms out over your head again. Breathe. As you exhale, bring your arms to your sides. Move both feet in towards your glutes. And let's check in with bony landmarks that make up your neutral spine. That's all 10 toes, the bottoms of your feet flat and weighted. Then you feel your sacrum bone doing the same thing. The lumbar spine curves naturally. The mid-back to the backs of the shoulders heavy, weighted on the floor. The back of your neck curves, and the back of the head is on. That's your neutral spine. Now squeeze between your shoulders and your rhomboids, as if you could pinch the mat. Then press the backs of your shoulders down. Your triceps, elbows, forearms, and palms press down. Breathe. As you exhale from rhomboid to palm, super engage, press down into the floor, and it lifts your ribs and spine up a little from the mat. Relax the back of your neck, the little muscles around your vertebra, and feel the strength of your platform arm system. Breathe here, and as you exhale, release the arms and settle back into neutral again for contrast. Stay in neutral and come into your core now. Inhale, scoop the belly as you draw in your subtle core. As you exhale, close your ribs to center. Ha. To connect your lats, move your armpits towards your hips. Squeeze your rhomboids together lightly and press lightly into the arms. So check for neutral, check for feeling connected. Inside, outside, front side, back side. Relax your neck, breathe in, and as you exhale, stabilize your core in neutral. And then press down, down into those arms as hard as you can, and feel these two systems work against each other. Breathe here, and as you exhale, release everything for contrast. Stay in neutral and refresh your core. Scoop, subtle core. Ribs close as you exhale. Your lats connect, that little armpit to hip rhomboid arm thing. Now breathe in and slowly let's start to float some soft, heavy arms up toward the ceiling. You're motivating from behind and between your shoulders. Remember, this is not a stretch. We're working with the dead weight of your arms as they drift out over your head and come to rest about 30 centimeters over the floor. So what you're feeling? The work it takes to keep your ribs closed, your belly scooped, spine neutral, armpits to hips. Breathe. As you exhale, stabilize first. And as you exhale, here we go, motivating from behind and between the shoulders again. The arms go up toward the ceiling. If your rhomboids are engaged, you're taking most of the work out of your pectorals and biceps, and that's what we want to feel here. You're retracing the arms all the way back down, down to the mat. And when they're down, refresh your core. Exhale, stabilize it. Slowly float your right bent knee up toward the ceiling, holding at the top, breathing. As you exhale, stabilize first, ha, and slowly today we're going to take the heel all the way down to the mat. It's a very light touch on the mat, toes up. Glide the heel out along the mat. As you exhale, pull it back in, and then slowly take it to the top again. You'll hold there, breathe as you exhale, stabilize first in your core and neutral, and slowly float your left bent knee up to meet the right. Holding at the top, inhale. As you exhale, stabilize your core first. Down, down goes your left heel. It's going to rest lightly on the mat with the toes up. You feel the work shift and change in your abs. And then glide the heel out along the mat. As you exhale, pull it back in, retracing that. And then slowly take it up to the top again. If you did those two okay, all the way to the floor, let's take both to the floor. If it went into your lumbar, you need to stop somewhere. Otherwise, take the heels down, down, lightly on the mat, glide them out, knees together. As you exhale, pull them back in, and then slowly we'll take this back up to the top again. Take your hands, cup beneath both knees, pull them wide and down and rock and roll side to side. If you'd like to try the footwork in the 100s without your wedge pillow today, that's fine. But if you find that you use them, don't hesitate. The legs go up toward the ceiling. The feet are parallel and together to start. Breathe into your core. As you exhale, float your legs just a little forward of the hips to a working level. And then bend the knees and straighten. Exhale down, inhale up. You're squeezing the legs both ways and up. Squeeze the back of the leg, the front of the leg. Exhale, inhale. 2 more like this. Last time, Pilates V, keep going down. Zip through your inner thighs right there. You're squeezing both ways. Check for neutral, check your core. 2 more like this. Last time, hold it at the top. Click your heels together like a grasshopper. Scoop tight and breathe. Are you neutral still? Click, click, and click, click. Demi-point, changement. You'll change at your inner thighs. They're squeezing and change, change, and change. Feet together, knees into your chest. Rock and roll side to side. Again, figure out if you need your pillow, your wedge cushion rather, for the 100s. You're in Pilates V this time. The knees can be softly bent out to the sides. I would recommend it. Breathe into your core as you exhale. Float your legs to that same little working level. The arms float just over the floor with the shoulders down. Free up your neck. And let's go for the 100s. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Breathe in through your nose. Exhale through your mouth, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Shoulders stay on the floor. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Breathe in through the nose. Exhale through your mouth, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Check your scoop ribs, lats here as you exhale, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Also check for neutral spine. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Breathe in and breathe out, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Soften your knees more if you need to. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Or put a foot down if you need to. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Last set. And exhale, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Knees into your chest. Rock and roll side to side. Grab your red ball, put it by your side, and the legs go up toward the ceiling, touch behind them. Float your head up, and then rock yourself up to seated using momentum. Extend the legs out in front of you into a Pilates V. You can move the curves out of the way, especially if you're a girl, so that you feel dead center of your sits bones. And then put the ball about 30 centimeters or a foot or so behind you. You're in a long neutral spine and space. Come into your core to hold it that way. And then float your arms up to shoulder height. They feel heavy behind the shoulders. Breathe here, and as you exhale, chin towards your chest. Scoop your belly to tuck the pelvis, and we're going to do our roll up, roll down from the ball. When you feel your ball, stop. Now check your kneecaps and your quads. Make sure they're not gripping. Inner thighs active, core active, armpits to hips. We're going to roll back up, up, up with the abs. Straighten your legs out, flex your feet, and from the back of the waist to your fingers, reaches forward, breathe. Tone in the abs. Demi-point your toes. Soften the knees if you need to, a little out to the sides. Roll your shoulders down and back, and take this to your ball. When you're down, float your arms up. Armpits and shoulders down. Breathe as you exhale. Slow, steady, easy. Up you go. If you're gripping with quads and knees, you're missing out on a lot of ab work here. Keep the belly scooped. Stretch forward. Flex the feet. Breathe here. As you exhale, demi-point your toes. Watch out for those inner thighs. Shoulders roll down and back. You're watching your navel as you take this to your ball again. Float the arms up like a little sunshine over your head. Breathe. As you exhale, slow, steady, easy, take it up. You feel abs, inner thighs. And stretch forward. Legs are straight. Feet are flexed. Belly is scooped, and you're getting a good stretch here. Breathe. As you exhale, demi-point. Roll the shoulders down and back. Scoop tight to tuck the pelvis. Take this to your ball. Arms float up, inhale. We'll do one more. As you exhale, the chin is still down. Lift with your abs, armpits to hips here. No pecs reaching forward either until now. When you get that nice stretch, you're breathing. And as you exhale, take it up to a flat back, perpendicular to the floor, and move the ball. We'll get to the floor. Long through the spine, breathe in to your core, and as you exhale, scoop and tuck the pelvis. You're watching your navel. Each vertebra drops. Remember, we're not trying to grip with your quads or your knees, and the pecs are soft. You've got an armpit to hip, rhomboids active. Finally, your shoulders and head reach the floor, and bring your arms to your sides. Let's take your ball, lift your hips, and put it under your sacrum bone. The legs go up toward the ceiling. We'll do one prep at tabletop, and then we'll straighten the legs out. So here we are with a flat sacrum bone on top of the ball. Your rhomboids are actively pinching the mat. You're pressing lightly into your platform, arms, and your neck is relaxed. Come into your core, and as you exhale, your scoop, subtle core tucks the pelvis. Shoulders on the floor, press down into your arms as if you could lift the tip of the sacrum bone up off the ball. Free up your neck, breathe in. As you exhale, let's slowly put that back down, down, and down you go. Let's straighten the legs out, and I'm going to show you first how to modify this, and then eventually to get your legs over your head. Breathe in, and as you exhale, your scoop, subtle core tucks the pelvis. Hold here. Run your right leg a little forward of the left and press down into your arms. You're breathing. You feel arms, scoop, no neck. Inhale. As you exhale, back you go. This is your modified version. Breathe in. As you exhale, scoop, pelvic floor tucks the pelvis. Press down into your arms, hips on the ball still. Run your left leg a little forward. You should feel a little more ab work here. Free up your neck. Figure out where you're working, your arms and your scoop. And then let's bring this back to the center. If you feel okay in your neck, here's the next version. Inhale as you exhale, scoop, subtle core touch your pelvis. Press down into your arms, and you're going to launch your legs. Listen to your neck. Separate your feet, flex them, and breathe. And let's slowly take this back down, down, and down you go to your ball. Stop and take a look at me. What this is not is this. Okay? It is not this. Watch my fingers. Or all fingers on the floor. Okay? Just so you know, you're taking out all the ab work if you do it in that way. Another thing it is not is this. I will do it. I will do it. Okay? Just stay with the modification like this, and you'll surprise yourself and get your legs over your head eventually. Let's continue on with it and add a little more choreography. This time, separate your feet, flex them. You can put a third foot between your two. Inhale, and as you exhale, scoop, pelvic floor. Either use your modified version by running one leg in front of the other, or launch. Over your head, turn into Pilates V and breathe. And slowly, we're going to take this back down, down, and down you go, and we'll do one more. Separate your feet, flex them, breathe. As you exhale, scoop, pelvic floor tucks the pelvis. Press down into your arms to launch the legs. Over your head, turn into Pilates V, and we'll slow, steady, easy. Take this down, down, and down you go. Let's put the feet on the floor. Lift your hips and move the ball out of the way. Extend your left leg long out onto the floor, and your right leg goes up toward the ceiling for some single leg circles. Check in with your core. You feel neutral, and you're pressing into your arms. Inhale, the leg goes across your body. It goes down around to the outside and up. Inhale, across. Exhale, down, around, and up. This is an internal rotation at your hip joint, external one there, up Inhale across, exhale down, around, and up. We'll do one more. Your sacrum bone and neutral spine never move. Now reverse. Inhale to the outside, then sweep it across and up. Breathing wide, and exhale, sweep it across and nail it. Your ribs stay closed, your belly stays scooped, your sacrum bone never moves. You feel the work travel around your abs, cross the body and up. We'll do one more, outside, sweep it across and up, and pull the knee in. Let's change legs. Left leg up, right leg long. Check all of your connections again. Press down into your arms and let's go. Across the body, inhale, exhale, outside and up. Breathing, exhaling to the top. You get those nice hip rotations and to the top. Outer thigh faces the ceiling, then inner thigh and up. We'll do one more. And exhale to the top and reverse. Inhale wide, exhale, sweep it across and up. The ribs stay closed, the belly stays scooped, the work travels around your abs. Breathing wide, exhale, stretch it across and up. We'll do one more. Take it across the body and up and pull your knees in. Rock and roll side to side. Hold behind your knees and float your head up, breathe. As you exhale, let's rock up to balance today. Feet are up off the floor. You're balanced on your sits bones and come into your core. Refresh it. Shoulders roll down and back. Elbows in low and tight. Look at your navel and scoop it. Roll back in this structure. Remember, we're going to keep the arms bent and the elbows have contact with your hips and up again. Inhale, rock. Exhale, roll. Eyes on the navel. We'll do one more like this. Exhale, up. Hug the knees in. Drop your shoulders where they'll stay. Elbows in toward your thighs. Look at the navel. Scoop it and go again. Breathe back. Exhale, up. Inhale here. Armpits to hips. Both ways. Breathing back to between the shoulders. Exhale cleanly up again. Scoop tight. Scoop tighter as you exhale up. And we'll do one more. Breathe back. Exhale up. And plant your left foot, cup your right knee. Go long through your spine. Breathe in. As you exhale, keeping the legs with the midline connection, push the right leg forward. And this allows you to drop to the mat very slowly with control for the ab 3 of the 5. Take both hands, place them behind your thighs. Remember, the right foot is touching the left leg somewhere, and when we change legs, the foot will touch the inside of that leg. Find neutral and your core. Let's pull twice as you sniff twice. Switch legs and blow, blow through your mouth. Switch legs, sniff, sniff, and blow, blow. Switch. It's not a bounce. It's a pull and deepen here. Sniff twice and blow twice. Your neutral spine is stable because you're in your core. As you pull and deepen and ha, ha, foot touches the leg somewhere. As you blow, blow, biceps, triceps work equally, and ha, ha, one more each way. Ha, ha, then both knees fold in and touch the sides of your shins. Remember, neutral, core, they never move. You're super stable. Arms and legs go out to their little working level, and then pull right back in. Feet just forward of the hips, hands just past the head, in. Pilates V, exhale, parallel. Zip it out, pull it in. Neutral spine, both ways, pull. You're in your core, armpits to hips, pull. Breathe here, exhale, pull. Let's go for 2 more, like this. Last time, pull and hold. Let's cradle the head in the hands. Remember, try not to lace the fingers. The elbows are wide, but they're not splayed out on the floor. Your left leg is on a diagonal. Your right knee bends. The knee can be soft. The left knee can. Now, in your core, Breathe in. As you exhale, lift straight up to start the crisscross. Remember, free up your neck. Shake it a couple of times. You feel the weight of your head in your upper abs. And then let's turn the left shoulder toward your right knee so we're not crossing over with the elbow. And then put the head almost down, feet together. And then lift first as you bend your left knee and crisscross toward the left. And then put the head almost down, feet together. You'll lift, right knee bends, crisscross toward it, look at the ceiling, and center. And lift first, left knee bends, crisscross toward it, and center. So we're never releasing the core as you lift or as you crisscross, and center. And lift first, then make your diagonal across and center. We're doing this super slow so you get your form. So we're not swooping up in a long diagonal. We're lifting, crisscrossing, head center. We'll do one more each way. Lift first, right knee bends, crisscross toward it, and center one more time. Lift, crisscross left, head down. Pull your knees in towards your chest and rock and roll side to side. While we're down here, get your red ball again and let's work with some core stability. Lift your hips and put the sacrum bone just on top of that the ball, so it's got a flat place for it to rest. The legs go up toward the ceiling. Come into your core. Scoop the belly, subtle core. Ribs close and your lats are connected. If your feet are way over your face, you're not in neutral. So your indicator is that the feet feel like they're right over the hips. Now, float your right arm up, then your left arm up. You should feel a few little stabilizer muscles quivering. That's normal and good, but stay in your core. With your legs, make a V about mat width apart. You don't have to go wide. And then exhale, cross in an X in the middle. Let's inhale V and exhale X. So we're keeping this nice and smooth and slow as you breathe and cross in an X. Breathe V, exhale X. If you feel stable, add the arms for a couple of reps. The wrists will cross as the legs do, and then they both go to a V. Your rhomboids never release, so the shoulders don't come off the floor. And to V, one more this side, and V, and last X here. And then I want you to hold your V. Circle the wrists and ankles round and round. We're trying to remain motionless on the ball. Go the other way for a few. Keep breathing. Keep scooping, rhomboids active, and hold. Bring the feet together, parallel, and flex them. The legs take a Frankenstein walk on the ceiling. You're breathing, exhaling as you walk straight legs. Try to get a stretch there. If you feel stable, add the arms. Inhale, exhale. Your rhomboids never stop working. If you're not stable, ditch the arms and just do the legs. Last couple. Let's bring it back to the middle and pull your knees in towards your chest. The legs go back up. Let's do one more pattern. Refresh your core. Free up your neck. Arms are toward the ceiling. Feet over your hips. This time let your right foot fall forward, right leg. The face should be the foot should be over the face or near, and with your shoulders on the floor, arms extended, hold behind that leg, and then let the other one drop toward the floor. If you need to, you can put the heel down, but that gives that leg too much permission to release. What we're trying to do is stretch the back of your right leg and the front of your left along the hip flexor. Breathe in and scoop your belly. Here's a little work, and that left leg will float up from the floor. You feel the weight of it in your abs. And then the left foot goes over your face. Hold the back of the calf or behind your knee or thigh. And then the right leg goes all the way to the floor. Or Ideally, it's hovering over the mat. Breathe in, and as you exhale, scoop tight, and let's change again. You feel the weight of your right leg in your abs as it lifts up, up, goes over your face again. Left leg almost to the mat. Flex your right heel. Demi-point your left toes, so we're accentuating the stretches. Breathe. As you exhale, scoop tight, and let's float the left leg up from the mat. The foot goes over your face, right leg low. Flex your left foot, demi-point your right. Breathe here. Breathe again, and as you exhale, scoop tight and float the right leg up from the floor. We'll do one more each way. Right foot over your face, left leg long and low, and this time circle both ankles round and around. You'll probably hear your ankles crack. Slowly take it the other way. These circles have intent to warm up the joints. Breathe in as you exhale, scoop, float the leg up, and change sides. So we're breathing as we circle both ankles round and around. You feel activity under your fingers maybe. And then let's go the other way a few times. Remember, these are stretches. Breathe here as you exhale, float the right leg up, bend both knees, hold here for a moment, and then put the feet on the floor, and let's learn a new exercise. The feet and knees are together. This is the shoulder bridge. We'll leave the ball there today to get your choreography down, and the next time we'll lose the ball. You have platform arms, feet and knees together, flat sacrum bone on the ball. Breathe in. You're scooping as good as you can, but we're designed to release the scoop and the frontal abdominal system when we extend, which is what we're about to do, but we want to try to keep some tone there. Squeeze your glutes and lift. You still feel the ball, but you're not using it. Now, lift your right knee up toward the ceiling. The knee stays bent, and put that foot on the floor, and there's no change in what you feel, sacrum bone touching the ball. And then the left knee goes up and back down. We're marching. Inhale, right knee comes up, and exhale, foot down. Inhale, left knee comes up, and foot goes down. You're pressing into your arms. Your belly has as much tone as it can. There's no change in what you feel, the sacrum bone or the top edge of the glutes touching the ball. And down, we'll do one more. Now, down, and hold the right knee up. We're going to add some pulses with your left glute. It's going to pulse up toward the ceiling. Go. For 5, 4, try not to collapse when you drop down. 2, 1, and hold. Put the foot down, keep the hips high, lift the left knee up toward the ceiling. Here we go with those pulses. Let's go. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold. Breathe. As you exhale, foot goes down. Now, if you need to take a break for your back, fine. Take the ball away, or if you want to continue on and you're okay, back the heels in towards your glutes as far as they'll go. Pop the heels up and get your hips way high. What we're feeling is not a calf contraction. We're feeling just tension and compression. Hold the heels up so the front of the foot is elongated. The arms go over your head to the floor. Breathe in. As you exhale so slowly, I want you to articulate every vertebra down, down, and down you go. It's so slow. I want you to get bored doing this. When you reach the top of your lumbar, tuck your pelvis. Use your glutes a little. Scoop. Try to get through each lumbar as cleanly as possible. Work it. Focus on it. And finally, you'll roll through to neutral. When your sacrum is down, work the feet away from the glutes a little and bring your arms to your sides. Cross your right ankle on your left knee and put your right palm on your inner thigh. Breathe in, and as you exhale, press the leg open. If this is weird on your hips, you can just sort of stretch like this for the next move, okay? Breathe in, and as you exhale, reach through with both hands and clasp the back of your left thigh. My right elbow is pressing into my right inner thigh to hold the hip open. We're getting that classic sciatic nerve stretch. If this is okay, to deepen it, breathe in. As you exhale, keep pulling in on that left thigh and rock to the left. So what you're feeling is a deeper stretch on your right glute. Breathe here. As you exhale, the sacrum bone goes flat. The foot goes to the mat. Uncross and change sides. Left ankle to the top of the knee. You're sitting like a guy would sit. Or you can cross like a lady would sit for the next part. And then use your left hand at your inner thigh to press the leg open. So your hip is opening here. Inhale, and as you exhale, reach through with both hands. Chop your left elbow into your left inner thigh and get that nice stretch across your left glute. Breathe in. As you exhale, rock to your right this time. Keep that steady pull in with the right thigh. Inhale here. And as you exhale, let's take it back to a flat sacrum bone. The foot comes to the mat. Uncross, and then pull both knees in towards your chest. The legs go up toward the ceiling and touch behind them, then separate them slightly. Breathe in and float your head up. As you exhale, rock yourself up to seated for the saw. I'm going to turn and face you so that you can see what I'm doing here. We did this in your intro session. Move the curves out of the way. If what you're feeling is, turn back, reset, this, or your legs are shaking as you're trying to sit like this, then sit on a wedge. The chunky end will go toward the back, the skinny end toward the front. If you're okay with your legs out like this, listen to your body. If your legs start shaking, then just sit up on the wedge again. Your feet are just outside your mat, width apart. You feel dead center of your sits bones, and you'll go long through your spine. Let's float the arms up to mimic your legs. Breathe in, and as you exhale, with a long straight axis of your spine, use your obliques to rotate you to your, let's start on the left, because you'll work with me. And breathe in, and as you exhale, let's take this back to the center. Inhale, and as you exhale, here we go to the right. Now, what I'm not doing is this, or leading with the head with the shoulders following and skipping out on all this nice work through your waist. Let's add on. Breathe in, and as you exhale, let's rotate to your left. Take the back of your right hand to the inside of the leg with a straight spine, not collapsed. Draw the hand down toward the calf or the ankle. Push into the leg from the back of your shoulder. Torque your torso and turn and look at your back hand. Breathe. As you exhale, scoop your belly to lift back to seated, taking that right arm with you. Settle the shoulders through the middle. Keep breathing as you rotate to your right. The back of your left hand to the inside of the leg. Draw down toward the ankle. You're pushing into the leg, torquing around more, and looking at your back hand. Breathe. Scoop tight as you lift. We want to come up with a flat back there. Settle the shoulders. If this felt okay to you and you want to take it up to the next level, you'll reach all the way across the back of your right hand to the outside of the left leg and draw down toward the calf or ankle. And again, you're going to push into that leg, torque around more, look at your back hand, breathe. As you exhale, scoop tight and lift to face the side. Settle your shoulders through the middle using the waist. If you're okay with that, reach all the way across again. Drop it. Saw. Breathe into it. As you exhale, scoop tight to lift to face your right side. Drop the shoulders. We'll do one more each way. You feel lats and obliques rotate you all the way around. And saw again, scooping tightly. And look at your back hand, breathe as you exhale. If that's bad on your neck, listen to it. Don't turn your head. And then through the middle you go. And reach across, saw, and breathe again at the bottom. As you exhale, scoop tight, lift to face your right, settle the shoulders, take this back to the middle, and the arms come down. Now, move your hips to the left border of your mat. Hold behind your legs and breathe long through your spine. As you exhale, drop your chin towards your chest. Scoop your belly to tuck your pelvis. Walk up the backs of your legs. And the right arm goes over your head. Breathe. As you exhale, let's flip it over onto your tummy for the swan. We'll learn another exercise and extension today too. Your arms are in an L bracket shape with your head in the middle. Check your form. You might want to sneak a peek at me. If your hands are down even with your shoulders, you're in a W. That's too steep of a cobra. If the hands are too far forward, it means that you're just not going to come up very much at all into an extension. So, you've got an LL bracket shape with your head in the middle. You feel as much core as you can against the floor. Squeeze your rhomboids. You've got an armpit to hip. Press down into your forearms. Always float your head up first so you get an idea of where you're working. You feel triceps, rear deltoids, rhomboids, and a little bit of lat across where your horizontal bra strap would go. Now, slowly straighten the elbows. We don't want to pop the elbows to get you up. We want to do a very slow push-up. That's what it sort of feels like. And look out in front of you. You feel your extension from the back of your head to your lumbar. Breathe. As you exhale, let's slowly put it down, down, down you go. You feel this work behind, between, and under your shoulders, dealing with the weight of your torso and head. When your head is down, scoop your belly tight, squeeze your glutes, and float your feet and legs just over the mat. Remember, there's no tone in your feet. The feet go down with control. Press into your arms, and let's take you up again. So we feel triceps, rear deltoids, rhomboids, lats. When you're at the top, make sure your shoulders are down and pulled away from the ears. Look out in front of you, breathe. And as you exhale, let's slowly put this set back down again. And down you go. When you're down, scoop tight, squeeze your glutes and your feet and legs float up. And the feet go down with control. Let's press into your arms again and take you up. So you feel each rib leave the floor in sequence. Finally to the top. You always have a choice. You can continue prepping slowly, like we just did, or add momentum. Remember, you're a unit from the back of your head to your heels as you float the palms and place them down. Inhale, up, exhale, down, and you'll float and catch. Remember, do not tuck your chin and look down. You're looking out in front of you to keep your head out of the way. Float and catch. Two more. Rock and roll it up. Two more. Well, I lied. Last one. Walk backward and into a rest pose. Breathing into your back as you bend the other way. Walk it out onto your tummy. Cross your palms, it doesn't matter which one is on top, and put your forehead on the top hand. You again feel core against the floor and make sure the shoulders are not pressed up under the ears. Now, you might sneak a peek at this. Squeeze your glutes and the backs of your legs, leave your knees on the floor, and float your feet just over the mat. What you feel is a pretty intense contraction. Hamstring, glute, inner and outer thigh are all working. Remember, the knees are down. Now, let's squeeze the back of your right inner, outer thigh, glute, hamstring a little more to bend that knee. And you're going to squeeze it 3 times at the top. 1, 2, and 3. The foot goes almost to the floor, and here we go on the left side. You will squeeze to the top and 1, 2, and 3. Put the foot almost down. Check your core here. Again, on the right, you'll squeeze 3 times. These are 3 distinct contractions here. And down. And squeeze the left one. 1, 2, and 3. Put it down. Let's put the focus in another place. As you squeeze the back of the leg, I want you to think about stretching your hip flexor and your quad. That's the front of the hip and leg. And the other side. Hip flexor and quad get a nice stretch here. And then put that one down. What you're feeling is a contraction in the back and a stretch in the front of the thigh. And we'll do one more. And squeeze 3 times. Check your scoop here. Keep breathing. And then put both feet on the floor. Put your palms under your shoulders. Let's press the hips up and back and into a rest pose. You're breathing into your back as you bend the other way. Good. Walk it out onto your left side. You're lined up as you were yesterday at the back edge of your mat. So your elbow, your bottom hip, and both feet, even though the knees have a little bend in them. Take this on down today. We'll get you up onto your elbow. Don't worry, sooner or later, for the sideline leg work. We'll add a few leg patterns today. You're in your core. You feel a lot of tone around the part of the waist nearest the floor. You can place your fingers right in front of you, but remember we're not leaning into it, so the top shoulder is down and back. The top leg lifts. If you want to straighten that foot, the leg, that's fine today. And add a flex. But what I don't want you to do is lead with the foot. Lead with your leg, okay? If you hold here for a moment, you feel the weight of your leg in your abs if they're scooping. Demi point your toe and sweep the leg back with your glute. Inhale forward and exhale back. You're breathing forward here and exhale back. Please sneak a peek at me. What you're not doing is this to try to counterweight in your torso. You're losing a lot of core work like that. Forward and exhale back. We'll go for 2 more and take it back. Last one, back and hold. The leg goes up and it squeezes down. What you're not doing, please take a look at me, is this. Or this. Rotate it. You'll fall off your mat. And do it again. Up and down. A lot of tone in the waist. Your pelvis is stable. It never moves. Outer thigh leads. Inner thigh squeezes down. Breathing up and exhale down. We'll do one more. Hold it at the top. And we're going to pulse here. This is not done with bounces. These are little lifts. Up, 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 and hold. Now circle your ankle at the top. So we're using those same muscles that we motivated with to stabilize with now. And go the other way with your ankle rotation and keep breathing. Hold a flex, drop to hip height. Now pull something heavy to you. Now push that heavy thing away. You're breathing and exhaling. You have to work up your own self-resistance here and stretch it out. So it's a contraction both ways. Glute finishes at the heel. 2 more breathing. Exhaling, last time. And here's a donkey kick. To learn this one, put your hand, top hand on your top hip. Bend your knee and touch the bottom knee. Okay, so it's just touching right there. Now, without wobbling through your pelvis like this and falling off your mat, rotate the thigh up toward the ceiling and squeeze a kick out. You'll fold, then go low and touch. Rotate externally and kick. Fold, rotate internally, rotate externally, and kick. And breathing and kick. Exhale down, inhale up. Pay attention to what you feel around your hip joint here. We're working every muscle all the way around it. And kick. We'll do 2 more. And kick last time. Kick and hold. Now keep that external rotation and pull the knee in. and it goes out, almost heel over heel. You're breathing as you pull in and exhaling as you push out. So we keep the external rotation both ways, and out. You're not rolling back, so squeeze your glutes here. That's very stabilizing. Go for 2 more, and press. Last time, press and hold. Now parallel your feet and knees again and add a demi point. Circle. We're circling from your hip. What you're not doing is this. This is real easy to do. So you're in your core, and we're trying to keep the torso as stable as possible as you circle, and then flex your heel. Circle back. Circle back. Use this as a challenge for the stability of your core, holding its spine in neutral on its side. And you're breathing and exhaling. You can take your fingers off the floor. And down. Good. Find your red ball, or whatever color you got, and drape your top knee over it. Rest the top foot on the floor. Extend your bottom leg. Correct your pelvic alignment. So the hip bones are now stacked because you physically pressed the top hip towards your foot. If you like this, you can take your arm out over your ear like that, holding it with your bottom hand, or you can stabilize with the fingers out in front of you. You're in your core. Your torso feels very long, strong, and neutral. Float the bottom leg off the floor and lift it up and almost down. Squeeze your glute and inner thigh together. There's a light touch with that knee on the right ball, so it's not counterweighting. And that top foot is not trying to help. And there's no change in the tone or the position of your waist nearest the floor. And exhale up, inhale down, 2 more, like this. And last time, hold it at the top. Let's pulse from your highest point, up, up, and then hold at the top. Demi point your toe and flex your foot. The leg is as high as it'll go. As you point, flex, and then hold the flex. Kick back, heel to glute. Extend, exhale, squeeze. The back of the leg, we just worked this on our tummy here. Contract. Last time, the straight leg holds. Flex the foot and take the straight leg forward over your bottom foot. Remember, try not to lean into that ball too much. Demi point and use your glute to sweep the leg back. Inhale forward and exhale back. Breathing. Remember, the hips still feel aligned. You're still scooping with the ribs closed. We'll do 1 more forward, back and hold. The leg floats up and keep breathing as you circle. Tiny little circles way up there at the top. You're breathing into it. Flex your heel. Circle the other way, round and round. Inhaling, exhaling, and then down. Pull your knees in towards your chest. Come up to seated for the mermaid. Clasp your ankle and your arm goes up. Exhale, over the foot you go. So you're breathing into this. Through the middle, inhaling. As you exhale, palm and elbow drop. Stretch the top arm out over your ear. You're reaching from hip to fingertip. You feel like your torso and arms are pressed between 2 panes of glass. The bottom palm flips, top arm ceiling, a little assist from that low forearm. The abs kick in to get you through the middle and into a twist. Inhale through the middle. Exhale over. Stretch, breathe. Bottom palm flips, inhale, arm up. Exhale through the middle, little assist from that low hand, abs kick in, or you'll use your lumbar, the sides of your lumbar, and then we're twisting. Do this 1 more time, inhale. As you exhale, over, stretch and breathe. As you exhale, a slow quarter turn toward the floor, reaching from hip to fingertip. Let's inhale through the middle. There's tone in that low shoulder because your torso weight's on it. And then open out. Remember, if this is in your neck, just look forward. Otherwise, you can turn it. Arm to the ceiling, bottom palm flips. As you exhale, core. Get you through the middle. Let's twist. Turn and look at your foot. Wrap your top arm around your head, elbow way high, and touch the nose. Let's release that and go to the other side. You're lined up at the back edge of your mat, elbow, bottom hip, the 2 feet stacked with about a 45-degree bend. This goes up a couple more levels, so we're just learning, okay? Follow the back edge of your mat. You're still on it, but you can feel that you're in a long neutral spine, including the head. So if we're like this doing the exercise, we're not enforcing the posture that I'd surely like to have you enforce, which is neutral. All right, you're in your core. The top leg is going to lift and flex your foot. Let's go forward as you inhale, and exhale, squeeze your glute to take it back. Let's go again. Inhale forward and exhale back. Close your ribs, scoop tight. Your torso is stable as possible. If you want to challenge, lift the fingers just over the floor. See where you are. And we'll do one more. Inhale forward. Exhale back and hold. The leg goes up and squeezes down. Remember, there's no change in tone or position of the waist nearest the floor. And we're not rotating at the hip. So you feel the outer thigh lift, not here in the hip flexor, and then you feel an inner thigh squeeze down. We'll go for 2 more, like this. Last time, and down, and then hold it at the top, where you'll pulse from your highest point. Up, 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 and then hold at the top. Circle your ankle as you breathe. And exhale, go the other way. Hold a flex, drop to hip height. Pull in and then push out. Pull something heavy to you. Push it away. Inhale, contract, and then lengthen, but still feel contracted. It's self-resistance here. And push away. We'll go for 2 more, like this. And last time, pause for a donkey kick. Bend the top knee, touch the bottom knee as it folds, and then rotate it up and kick. And rotate down, rotate up, and kick. If you want to, you can put your hand on your top hip. Make sure it's not wobbling around. It should be very stable. Your hip joint rotates. You'll touch down, rotate, kick high. Let's go for 2 more like this. Make sure you're not leading with the foot, leading with the hip. And hold. Now pull in and push out. You're externally rotated in that top hip again. And press. You're breathing. You can stabilize with your fingers touching the floor in front of you, but squeeze your glutes so you don't roll back into this. Let's go for 2 more. And push last time. Push and hold. Demi point as you parallel your feet and knees to each other. And then circle. Lift your fingers up off the floor. See how stable you can make your torso using your core. And keep breathing. Flex your foot. Circle the other way. Round and round you go. Breathing into it. And then down. Find your red ball. Drape your top knee over it. It's coming out from the hip. Align your hips now by taking that top hip and literally pressing it down towards your foot. Come into your core. If you like the arm over your ear, fine. If not, just leave the fingers out in front. There's a light touch on with the knee on the red ball. The bottom leg comes off the floor. Let's go. Up, almost down. You squeeze your glute and inner thigh together as you lift. And down. Scoop tight. And down. Exhale. Inhale. Take it up and down. 2 more like this. And last time, then hold it at the top, where you'll pulse from your highest point. Up, up, and then hold at the top, where you'll demi point and flex the foot. The leg is as high as it'll go. As you point, flex, and then hold the flex. Kick back. It's a knee bend. We're contracting the back of the leg, then straightening out. And the knee never moves in space. Heel to glute, and then straighten the leg. Exhale, inhale, squeeze back and out. 2 more, kick back, extend. Last time, straight leg. Stay straight as it goes over the bottom foot. Now scoop tight here, demi-point your toe, squeeze your glute and take the leg back. Inhale, forward, and exhale, back. We feel tone around the waist. The hips are aligned and you're using your glute there. And there's a light touch with the knee on the red ball and back. And we'll do one more. Inhale, forward, back and hold. Lift the leg as high as it'll go without crashing the waist into the floor. And circle at the top. You'll breathe. These are little circles. And we're not using the foot, we're using the inner thigh and the glute. They're working together. And then flex your heel and circle the other way. Breathe as you circle, 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 and down. Pull your knees in towards your chest. Come up to seated, feet swept to my left anyway, and clasp your ankle. Your other arm goes up, breathe. As you exhale, over the foot you go. Remember the back of the head, sacrum, feet, and arms are in one plane. And then through the middle, breathing. As you exhale, drop the elbow and stretch the arm out over your ear. Inhale. Exhale. Bottom palm flips, top arm ceiling. A little assist from that low arm. Core gets you through the middle. All you have to do is scoop and close your ribs. And then we're twisting. You can release your core here to get your stretch. Through the middle, inhale. As you exhale, over, stretch again. Over the ear, inhaling. Exhaling. Bottom palm flips, top arm ceiling. Core gets you through the middle. That should feel heavy through your core. And then twist. We'll do one more. Inhale through the middle. Exhale, over, stretch and breathe. And as you exhale, a slow quarter turn toward the floor, reaching from hip to fingertip. Let's inhale through the middle. Exhale, open out to the ceiling. Watch your neck here. Arm to the ceiling, bottom palm flips as you exhale, core through the middle. Let's twist. Slowly turn, look at your foot. Wrap the top arm way over the head and touch the nose in a profile. Let's release that. Good. Let's learn one more rolling. This is called the seal. I think I'll turn this way and show you where to grasp. This is a modified version. You'll want to hold around the lowest part of your shin on the outside and float the legs up like this. So you can see that I'm pretty structured here. I've got elbows next to the knees are pressing outward, and I'm holding with, guess what, my lats connected. We'll grow this exercise up, don't worry. Make sure you have a clear runway behind you. Now, you're balanced at the back edge of your sits bones. You're looking at your navel. Your shoulders are down and back, and you've got some rhomboids connected. Scoop tight and click 3 times with the inside edge of your feet. Roll back and roll up again. Click 3 times, roll back, and roll up. We've taken away a good bit of momentum from the red when we did rolling like a ball. We're going to roll back and click 1 time over your head and come back up. We'll click 3 times. Roll back and click 2 times. Click, click, exhale up, and click 3 times. Roll back, click 3 times here, and roll up, and click 3 more. If you stay in a structure, you'll do it. If you're kind of screwing up here, it's okay. Click 3 times, just get a good laugh out of it. Roll back, click, 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 exhale up, scoop tight, armpits to hips. We'll do 1 more. Roll back, click, 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 exhale up, and click 3 times. Good, we'll keep working with the seal. Turn onto all fours and dig your toes in. Breathe here as you exhale, pop the hips up and press back. You're feeling that nice stretch in the backs of your legs again. Inhale, and as you exhale, walk backward. Walk up the legs, articulating your spine to the top, to standing. You can always come into the whole brain standing, but because I've cut everything off when I stand and do this video, I'm going to come back down. So cross either ankle, just step in front of, one foot in front of the other. Cross your wrists and lace your fingers. You can leave them low or you can turn them up. We're putting all of this information into your muscle and cerebral memory. What we did is we've hooked a bunch of exercises together. We'll go through the basic order a little more smoothly and start adding more exercises in. So as I suggested with the basic part 1, do that a few times. Then you'll be ready for this one. Do this one a few times and you'll be ready for the next one. You can always drop back your level to these modified versions that I'm teaching you here, even as we progress into the more intermediate and advanced levels. So listen to your body. All right. Uncross. Bring your palms together and look straight ahead of you, eyes open. Look down, your cheeks, eyes open. Then close your eyes. Relax your shoulders. Release it, move about just a little bit. There's your class today.